Hi student, today I am going to discuss about potential energy. Now in the previous video I have discussed about kinetic energy, and the definition of kinetic energy was it is an energy by virtue of motion of the object. That means due to the velocity of an object, the object can gain kinetic energy. Now potential energy is the energy of an object due to its position. Okay, potential energy, it is the energy of an object due to its position. So let's explain potential energy with an example. Suppose we take a spring here. Okay, initially the spring is at stationary position. Now we will apply a force on the spring along this way. Then what will happen? This spring will stretch and its length will increase. Okay, now the spring changes its shape from this to this. Here the length of the spring increases due to the application of the force F, and there must be a certain velocity while stretching the spring. That means it has a velocity and it will gain a kinetic energy. Now when the length of the spring increases this much, we stop. We stop there, and here its velocity becomes 0. Its velocity becomes 0 means there is no kinetic energy. The spring will have kinetic energy only when the spring is moving due to the application of the force, but when we stop applying the force, here its velocity becomes 0. Now when you release the spring, it will again come back to the original shape. That means the spring will move in this way. Now let's see here. At this position, when we stop applying the force and release it, it immediately comes back to its original shape. So there must be a force which enables the spring to come back its original shape. And at this position, there is kinetic energy also 0. So kinetic energy is not the reason for which the spring comes back to its original position. Okay, and the energy which is responsible due to which it comes back to its original shape, that is called potential energy. Potential energy. Okay, that means the kinetic energy which was developed in stretching the string, that kinetic energy is converted into potential energy at this point when we stop applying the force. And we know from law of conservation of energy, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. So this kinetic energy which was developed is converted into potential energy at this point, and due to this potential energy only, the spring came back to its original shape. This example of spring we can also explain in another way. So we apply a force on the spring and it moves, or its length is increases to a certain distance. So this much length is increases. Okay. Now in stretching the spring, since its length increases or it moves through a certain distance s, then we are doing a work done, force into displacement. Okay. Now this work done will store as a potential energy in the spring here, and due to this potential energy which came from the work done, okay, then that potential energy will help the spring to come back to its original shape. That means the work done is converted into potential energy in the spring. Next, potential energy due to height. Suppose this is a surface. Initially we placed an object of mass m here. Okay. After some time we lift the object up to a certain height h. So and we know our gravity always act in downward direction towards the center of our earth. So in lifting the object against the gravity, we have to do some amount of work done, and that work done will store as a potential energy in this object at this position. So work done in lifting the object will store as a potential energy. Okay. Now that potential energy in this case will be how much? So initially this work done will be equals to potential energy, or potential energy equals to work done. So work done equals to force into displacement. Displacement is this height, that means up to height h we lift the object. So in place of displacement it will be height. Again force equals to will be our mass into g, m into g. Actually our formula for force was mass into acceleration from Newton's second law. Since we are doing work done against the action of gravity, that's why acceleration is replaced by g. So our formula for potential energy will be mgh. That means mgh, this much amount of work done we have to do in lifting the object through a certain height h, and this work done will store as a potential energy in the object at this position. So let's take another example. Suppose here is the object m. First we move the object to this point, then I will move like this, again it will move like this, again and again. Okay. And in another case we move the object directly. In both cases this height is h. Okay. But in both cases potential energy of the object will be mgh only. So from here it is clear that the potential energy does not depend upon the path through which the object moves. It only depends upon the height up to which the object lifted or moved. So potential energy does not depend upon the path through which the object moves. Okay. So it depends only upon the initial and final position. Okay, that means it depends on the initial and final position. Distance between initial and final position is h. Here also distance between initial and final position is h. So it does not depend upon the path through which the object is moved. So suppose there is an object where mass is 10 kg. Okay, then we lift the object to a certain height, and suppose this height was 6 meter. Then in this case our potential energy Pe will be equals to, formula is mgh, so mass is 10, g acceleration due to gravity. Value of g is a constant. Its value we can take 9.8 meter per second square or 10 meter per second square. Any one of this we can take. So suppose we take here 10 value of g. So h is 6, so it will be 600 joule. SI unit of potential energy is also joule, 600 joule.